Yeah. You know what it is. You are now tuning in to the Marky, Kane, and Rich podcast. We are back, episode number 6. You know what I'm saying? We in the building. It's your boy Marky. And yeah, man, I'm gonna pass it over to the co-host Kane and let him give his introduction.
Yeah. My sound good at all? My sound good at
Yeah,
all?
you straight. You straight.
Bet. You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Kane. We back up in here again. You already know, man. Yeah. Yeah. I'm over here stuttering and shit. We back here to have another great conversation. Serve some game, whatever the case may be. So grab your drinks, grab your snacks, and just pay the fuck attention.
All right, I'm gonna let you start the episode off today. So what you got to talk about?
Yeah, man. I've been thinking lately. I'm curious to know what the next step for technology might be. You know, honestly, just seeing all the things that are coming out, lately. We got VR headsets, virtual reality, where you can literally buy virtual property with real money type shit. You got full on electrical vehicles that are driving themselves automatically. You got all types of different shit that we got going on, and it just makes you wonder what is the next step for technology. Are they going to start building like exosuit type shits? Maybe for the military or for rich people or whatever. They're going to start building robots like iRobot as like household assistants type shit. Like, what the fuck is the next step for technology, and where could it possibly lead us in society? Could it be good or could it be bad? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, first I'm gonna ask you what are your thoughts on that?
I think that it could be anything, honestly, because Uh, the Bible says that whatever we put our mind to, we can accomplish, which is kind of a scary thought when you think about it, because whatever you put your mind to, you can accomplish. And if you put your mind to creating something devastating out of technology, then you can create something that would really, be terrible. Or you can put your mind to creating something fucking amazing. It just depends on where the person's head is. That's why it really makes you wonder where we're going to go next with technology. What are we going to build? Are we going to build flying cars soon? We're going to build full on electrical planes and get rid of all the quote unquote cow farts. I mean, what's the next step for technology? It's just crazy when you really think about it because nothing is impossible with technology nowadays.
Yeah, I think next technology just gonna be taking a lot of people's jobs. That's why I think what it's gonna start with, and then as far as the public, and then from there, like you said, there's no telling what type of technology. I think they already have that type of technology. It just hasn't been uh, introduced to the people because the scripture also says there's nothing new under the sun. So I don't think that there's nothing that they can make that they don't already have. If that makes sense. So yeah, there is no limitations with technology, but I think as far as unveiling to the public, I think they're going to first start with taking a lot of people's jobs, manual manual labor jobs, like gas station attendants, stuff like that. And there'll be a lot of problems with it at first, but it'll become a new norm, and it, it'll it'll transition us into an era where people are going to have to almost to where you get that social currency where you might not have a job, but you have to live a certain type of way to get income. Otherwise, you're not eating, which is which is crazy to me. But I think that's the future we're coming towards. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree. With the whole taking away jobs, I could see them making robotic assistants for like that transit shit on Black Ops 2 Zombies. How they got a robot that drives the bus. I could see them doing that type of shit too, as well as like you said, gas station attendants and shit like that. And honestly, I could see them also taking over regular jobs at like stores like Walmart and Dollar General and those type of stores too. Eventually, instead of having people working there, they'd be having robots that work there. It's just, it just depends on where the head of said person is when they're creating this type of technology. I do also think that that you probably I agree probably like 80% with the technology already being made. Just not being revealed to the public because there's a lot of shit that goes on behind closed doors. It just sometimes I don't know, man. It's a lot of shit that's out there, but then again, it makes you wonder how much shit has already been created and how much shit is just an idea. It's all mixed out there. You never know what's an idea and what's already been made with technology.
Right. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. But it's the Pandora's box. Once you open it, you can't close it. So, uh, it's a double-edged sword, but one side's longer. That's how I look at it. Because technology does a lot of great things, but it also does a lot of bad things. So as technology increases, it's just it's just even more of an indicator of the signs of the times, man. Not to be fatalistic about it, but that's the exact truth. It's going to heal people. It's going to do things that might seem like a supernatural element is at hand, but we have to remember technology of the sort wasn't something organically given to the human race. It was exploited. Astronomy wasn't supposed to be understood. All these damn things that happened were not supposed to be a regular thing that was going on. But all of a sudden, who came down and changed everything. So we have to remember who is the mastermind behind these technological advancements. Am I saying that the people that created have negative intentions? No. But you dwell in a certain individual's tavern, it doesn't matter what your intentions are, it's their tavern. That's what it is. That's what it predicates itself upon. So as technology increases, man, y'all got to stay dangerous because everything's listening now. Your TV's listening, Alexa's listening. Everything listens to what you're doing. Some people got smart refrigerators, man. The place where you get food from listens. Some of y'all's toilet listens to them disgusting ass farts that be coming at y'all's asses in the toilets. The goddamn toilet listening. So technology is getting to a point where there is no privacy. There is no privacy. And without privacy, man, if everybody's 24/7 life was on surveillance and released to the social media realms, everybody would be canceled. So you just have to watch out, man. It can be for the betterment, but it can also be for the destruction of a civilization. That's all I gotta say on that. What you got? Any last words, Kane? You want to add on that?
Yeah, man, that's facts. People have smart refrigerators, people have smart microwaves. Fucking people have smart locks on their doors, man. Can you imagine somebody hacking into your fucking door locks and keeping you in? Imagine you're trying to get out your fucking door and you can't get out your damn door because somebody had it locked. Obviously, you can go through the window, but I feel like at that point in time, we're gonna have smart windows and shit too, to where you're locked in, you can't fucking get out. Next thing you know, you're gonna starve to death because somebody decided it'd be all fun and games to lock your ass up in your own house. That's why technology has good and bad effects, and it's like you said, it's not even the person who's intending it to be bad. It can just be flipped for to be used for something bad. It doesn't have to necessarily be created for that purpose. Somebody else can come along with a fucked up mind and say, "Hey, I'm gonna tweak this, I'm gonna tweak that," just like you already know who tried to do that with humanity.
Yeah.
So that's all I gotta say on that. What you got to talk about?
Man, I gotta talk about your boy Joe Brandon finally allowed them to shoot down that Chinese balloon. So the first question I have for you before I even share my opinion is why do you think that it took so long for them to shoot it down, and how do you think China's gonna perceive that?
Man, first off, this should never have even fucking been over here in the first place. What the fuck do they have? What purpose, what reason, what business do they have with a fucking balloon over our area, flying over our military bases? But that's what I want to know is what business do China think that they have to come over here and probe what we are doing? Like, come on now. If we had a balloon over there, immediately they would have been shot down and there would have been immediate retaliation from them. But since we have such a weak fucking leadership, bro, it took them what, 4 days? Since it was Wednesday or since it was spotted, right?
I think
Wednesday,
2 to
Thursday,
4 days.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 days. It took that long to shoot down a fucking balloon. Just to like, it's a simple. It's a simple answer to a question. Yes, shoot it down. Boom, go shoot it down. How the fuck are you going to say, no, we're not going to shoot it down for fear of falling debris? That's not a legitimate reason for not shooting down a fucking plane that's spying on our fucking privacy. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. What do you think? How do you think China views it?
Man, I don't give a damn about how China views it. They can go fuck themselves for that shit.
How do you think they view it?
Well, I mean, quote unquote, politically wise, I guess you could say since they're our handlers, they're probably going to try to spank us. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I think they view it as a sign of weakness that it took us that long to do it. It was kind of like when you got that one badass kid in the neighborhood that picks on the younger brother, and then the younger brother goes and tells the older brother, and the older brother doesn't do anything about it. So then the bully keeps fucking with the younger brother, and eventually the older brother, like, he doesn't do anything, but he says something, like he threatens him, and then the younger kid's kind of like, man, he's not gonna do anything. So they keep fucking with the kid. That's what I see it like. I see it like one of those scenarios. Now the reason we took so long to shoot her down, I don't think that's a reason that either you or me know. The excuse that they gave for it was bullshit, but they had to give some type of excuse. And the fucked up part is, a lot of dumbasses in our country will just go with the flow. They'll go with the flow because that's their life. That's their mentality, just to go with the flow. Whatever comes comes. Whatever doesn't, and whatever someone tells them is the truth. That's how they live, man. So they probably bought that shit, but I didn't buy that shit, and I wouldn't buy it if it was on sale for Black Friday. I think there was something else going on between the two, and there was a indicator of fear with I wouldn't even say president, resident. Uh, yeah, I say resident. I would think it was some fear from him, and he had to think about it a little bit. And, he's a little bit slower than other people, so he had to think a little bit longer on what he needed to do and shit like that. And then probably he didn't even figure it out. Someone else probably just told him that, hey, bro, we need to do this. And he got tired of having to think because it was giving him headaches, and he just fucking did
Yeah, that's facts, man.
it. Resident
The
Biden.
reason why, the reason why it took him so long is because he kept forgetting what decision he made. He kept having to rethink it over and over again, just like Dory from Finding Nemo. He be forgetting shit.
Yeah.
But no, man, it's just yeah. I see what you're saying about how it's a sign of weakness. How it's like the kid bullying the little kid, the big brother don't do shit. That was a good way to put it. Um, yeah, man. I don't get how it takes that long for a simple fucking decision. Like the way I see it, it's like what's gonna happen or how China's probably thinking about it right now. How we did that shit is they're probably thinking like dude that got uh became somebody's prison bitch prison hoe
Uh-huh.
and how he kept getting told he can't do this, do that, and when he tried to do something, he get punished for it. That's how I feel like China looks at us. China looks at us like the dude that took the dude's cheeks, and we're the dude that got their cheeks taken. And China's the dude that takes cheeks. That's how they probably look at us.
Yeah, man, it's just something that we got to pay attention to. But now I guess we just got to watch the trickling effect of what spirals next. But man, that's all I have for today's episode. I guess Rich didn't make tonight's episode for whatever reason, so he'll probably be back regularly tomorrow. Uh, do you got anything extra that you want to talk about, or is that all you have for tonight?
One more thing I'm gonna add on to the last topic is, well, I know some redneck fools who would have gone out with their own weapons and shot that shit down the middle that they knew that it was a Chinese spy balloon. They would have shot that shit down immediately. They wouldn't have given a fuck.
Yeah, yeah, they wouldn't have given a damn, man. Sometimes you got to take matters into your own hands when your government is too scared to do it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and that's all I had, man. So, yep, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, man. We're gonna keep this podcast going. We're gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. We're gonna keep laying the game down on the ground for the hungry hounds, man. It's your boy Maki. We'll catch you on the next motherfucking episode. And here goes Kane.
yeah. It's your boy. You already know, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your mummies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else. I don't know why I stuttered. I couldn't move my lips fast enough. But yeah, man, make sure y'all share with everybody else that y'all know as well. Tap the subscribe button, tap the notification bell as well. Also tap the like button and share as well. With that being said, I am up out of here. Deuces.
Peace.